this is arguably one of those matchups where the coaching staff is going to come out and tell you one thing and everybody else is thinking something else. What the heck is going on, everybody? It is your boy Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Whoever is here for the first time, this is Master Football with Jake, okay? Everything NFL, some things college, some things video games, mostly just football. We talk football, that's it. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please share with your friends. Do all that stuff. I very much appreciate that. Got to get this channel going, man, and all of those things help. And another thing. Oh, what is that? Oh my God, we got t-shirts. Oh my God, we got t-shirts. Yo, so in the description, you're going to find a link for Kenzi's Customs. It's their Instagram page. Go ahead and go there. You can order any types of shirts. They've got all types of sizes, styles, things like that. Go ahead, get on there. Custom t-shirts. You can get yourself a Master Football t-shirt. If you do so, I'd very much appreciate it. But with all of that, let's get into the video. We are couple weeks now until the training camp, and I actually want to look at a couple of things here. So I'm going to do a couple of reviews of interesting position battles coming up in training camp. So for the most part, I think that most teams have most positions kind of settled. If a roster's 53 men, there's probably 44, 45 positions left. That leaves about 9 to 10 positions left for, hey, this is a battle here, this is a battle there. Most people have contracts, so they kind of have that taken care of. But there's a lot of those rookies and or veterans that are trying to battle out for certain positions. Not only making the team, I also want to talk about battles between players who are going to be on the team who are trying to vie for that number one spot. So what I have right now is I have a list. I have a list of my top 5 interesting quarterback battles that I want to go ahead and talk about. I also have an honorable mention as well. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So honorable mention is the 49ers. Okay, it's Jimmy Garoppolo versus Trey Lance. Now it's honorable mention because it's interesting, but I've already did an entire video about that. Okay, you can check that out. It's Wednesday's video. I want to go ahead and just get this over real quick. Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo is the starting quarterback for the Niners. He is going to be the starting quarterback of the 49ers unless he gets injured. Again, knock on wood, nobody wants to see that. There is a very particular set of circumstances that has to occur in order for him not to be the starter, and all signs point to he's going to be the starter. If he stays healthy, I don't see there's any reason why they can't be at least 4-3, 5-2 going into their bye week, something like that, or before the trade deadline. So I don't think he's going anywhere. We start off with number 5 of our quarterback battles. It is the Washington football team. So the Washington football team is actually going to be a battle between 3 people. I honestly think it's probably only a battle between 2, and I actually think it might even just be 1 person. So it's interesting from a numbers perspective, but it might not actually be that interesting when you look at it from a who's actually going to make the quarter, who's going to be the starting quarterback perspective. One of those guys, like I said, is Kyle Allen. We have Kyle Allen, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Tyler Heineke. So Kyle Allen in 2020, we go down here, played in 4 games, 1 touchdown, 1 in 3 overall, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's just 4 games, 600 yards. He obviously 150 yards a game. That's not a great thing. He was efficient with a 99 rating, but I don't think he's going to be the guy. Very talented and young guy, but I don't think he's as talented as the other quarterbacks. We have Taylor Heineke. He's coming in here. So he actually was the quarterback for the Washington football team in the playoffs when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the eventual Super Bowl champs. So he was not a starter throughout the season, but he did play in the playoffs. So you'll see here he was on the Washington football team. He was 1 game. He didn't start. He came in. He was 12 for 19, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, and no picks. We see here he played against in the playoffs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They lost 23-31. He went 26 for 44, 306 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 78 ratings, so not super efficient, 6.95 yards per attempt, which is okay. But he definitely doesn't have the experience as the next guy on our list. And then we have Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Joseph Fitzpatrick, Amish Rifle or Fitzmagic. God, that's ridiculous. He has played for the Rams, Bengals, Bills, Titans, Texans, Jets, Bucks, Dolphins, and now he plays for our dear friends at the Washington football team. So last year, he played in 9 games, started 7, was 4-3, 13 touchdowns, 8 picks, 7.8 yards per attempt. That's pretty good. That's pushing the ball down the field, 230 yards a game. 68% completion. I think that right now it is more than likely Ryan Fitzpatrick who is going to take the crown for the starting quarterback for the Washington football team. All right, next up on our list, number 4 is the Saints with Jameis Winston versus Taysom Hill. I think that this one is a little bit more interesting than the previous one because the previous one, it's interesting because of raw numbers. This one's more interesting because it's a huge discrepancy between the starter and the backup. So Taysom Hill is almost like Cordell Stewart. He's this position slash that position slash this position, quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, blah, 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 blah. Whereas Jameis is a pure pocket passer. I do think that Jameis is going to eventually win that starting position, but Taysom Hill presents kind of a little bit of a gadget guy. Also, who knows? They might just come in and might just run a college offense. The Saints lost a lot of players in free agency. Hopefully they're able to, turn it around. I think this is kind of a changing of a guard with Drew Brees leaving, but Jameis Winston most likely is going to be the starter, but there is a massive discrepancy in terms of style between him and Taysom as they go back and forth to see who's going to win that battle. Number 3 is the Patriots. We have Cam Newton versus Mac Jones. This is an interesting one. I do think that Cam didn't have the greatest season last year. I mean, there was the stat that said that Josh Allen had more touchdown passes at Gillette Stadium than Cam Newton had. Cam Newton played there the whole season. Josh Allen played there one game. So Cam wasn't great when he was throwing the ball. He actually added some rushing touchdowns, was able to do pretty well there. Mac Jones is a rookie coming over. I think that Mac Jones is going to be kind of a deer in the headlights. I know he's a first-round pick, and he's a much better passer than I think we would give him credit for. But I think that, especially when they step in there, that the Patriots are going to be a run-the-ball team. They're going to be a big and physical team. That is the most likely option for Mac Jones to come and have success, hand the ball off, throw the ball 20 times, just manage the game. Cam, I don't know if Cam's body can hold up on him. So this one gets a little bit more interesting because I think Cam is a little more, I just don't know about Cam. I'm not sure, but we got Cam, we got Mac. More than likely it's going to be Cam Newton, but Mac Jones is waiting in the wings. All right, my number 2 quarterback battle that interests me is the Chicago Bears, Andy Dalton versus Justin Fields. The reason why is because this is arguably one of those matchups where the coaching staff is going to come out and tell you one thing and everybody else is thinking something else. So the coaching staff is going to come out and say, Andy Dalton is starter. He is QB1. We are going to have Andy Dalton. And I think that everybody around the team, all the players are looking at this and they're like, yo, man, this Justin Fields guy, he can ball, man. And they're seeing it in OTAs right now. Well, hopefully we'll see it in preseason. We'll see him in some games. We'll see it in training camp. I do really like Justin Fields. I think that the long release delivery was a little overplayed. If you watch Carson Wentz, he has the same delivery where the ball comes down first instead of coming up. He has the same delivery, and he was a pretty good quarterback for the Eagles, and now he's going to play for the Colts. So I really like to watch that lineup because I really like to watch that battle because I think that Andy Dalton is the starter, but everybody is like, yo, dude, come on. We're here every day. We see what's going on. This Justin Field guy, he can play. And then the number 1 most interesting quarterback battle for me, I am a Las Vegas Raiders fan. I have to pay attention to this. Okay, it's those damn Broncos. All right, it is Drew Lock versus Teddy Bridgewater. We have polar opposites in terms of not necessarily style, but more so, potential. So as an example, I think Drew Lock is immensely talented, highly inconsistent. Teddy Bridgewater is very consistent, is precise, does not have very much playmaking ability. They traded him away. They went and got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is a much more dynamic playmaker. I mean, last year for the Jets, he had a 50-yard scramble for a touchdown up the middle. He is a much better athlete than people give him credit for, much better arm. Teddy Bridgewater is efficient. He is reliable. I think in Denver, that Vic Fangio team, what they want to be is they're going to run the ball. They're going to play some defense. They drafted just 1,000 corners recently. So they're going to bring in a lot of those corners. They want to play good lockdown defense. They have their quarterback just manage the game. Drew Lock presents a lot more explosion. I mean, they've got such good receivers on the outside there. That temptation to have him really unleash it out to those receivers. We're going to see what they do because whatever direction that they go, it will be the direction of the team. Is it Drew Lock? Is it going to be super, super explosive but inconsistent? Or is it going to be Teddy Bridgewater? Very, very consistent but lacking in that big play potential. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comments there. I want to see what you guys think in terms of which QB battle you're most interested in, which one you think is a lock, who you think is going to win, get all that going. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Monday, AFC West preview, my last division preview before the season. We only got a couple weeks until training camp, guys. Get in there, get after it, watch that video. Have a happy 4th. Okay, go America, and I will see you guys on Monday.